All right, guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. We're on mobile data tonight. I couldn't get on the Wi-Fi connection tonight. Things are still a little screwy out here after the storm. See here, Austin Ed, good to see you. Just started watching you. Can align most on your views as far as Americans standing up. I am starting to think we're doomed. Well, I don't think. See how to put this. I think our society is what's doomed. Our way of life today is what's gonna collapse. As far as American population, as long as they're prepared and willing to do what needs to be done to protect themselves and their family, that's still gonna be around. As far as governments change. We're still a young nation. In the whole scheme of things, we are still a very young nation. So that's my thoughts on that. Hey, Rod, good to see you. El Michelle, how are you doing, my friend? Manion Beeswax, how you doing? Luis Luis Martinez, I probably messed up your name. I do apologize. Good evening. If I am losing everybody or buffering, I apologize because I am on mobile data. Keep spreading the message, brother. Things got to change, and it's happening now. Kit Carlson, how you doing? Jamie, good to see you. And Rhonda, good to see you, my friend. So, yes, Mike there, keep spreading the message. Things got to change, and it's happening now. There's going to be a lot of things that are changing. Really is. We can't survive another 3 years. This admin, Pete. Well, I can say it doesn't matter who's in charge. I'll be able to, and you'll be able to personally survive. Is it going to put a beat down on our nation? Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I do. It's going to hurt our country. Of course it is. The stuff that's happening overseas right now, that withdrawal that they did, I got mixed emotions on that. Um, I was not a combat at all. I was stateside. I know a lot of people that never came back. Most of my family is former military. The way that they withdrawed was so effed up, really messed up. They, and I don't mean our troops. Let's be clear on that. I stand behind our U.S. troops 100%, 110%. The way the administration pulled everybody back and abandoned the people that had been working with our U.S. military for 20 years, interpreters, everything else that we've instilled in there, would change so much given the ability and protection for women over there to read books, walk around without being all covered up underneath a freaking sheet, and now just pull out. Good luck. We spent 20 years changing their mentality, their ways of thinking for the good. Don't get me wrong. But this administration just dumped them. That was just wrong. There's a lot of stuff going on, especially with the interpreters that are worried about being hunted down. Sorry, I got my brother standing on the porch dancing. He probably saw me up live. Yeah, I should pan the camera around so y'all can see it. Rockin' Robin, good to see you. Blue light. Yeah, I decided to click on the blue light. That's actually my camera light. It has different colors and stuff like that. Bad Art Studio, communication blackout next. Scrolling through here, guys. We're leaving today open on this live stream. So when we talk about something, maybe I have some insight. Then again, maybe I don't have any insight on it. But I'll tell you, if I don't know, I'm always straight up honest on that. A-Rod, House of flooding. All the water has receded. It's gone. So, good things. We're very fortunate. It was just a tropical storm. It still put a beat down of everything around here, but we're very fortunate. All right, scrolling through here. Save yourselves, sheeple. Good to see you, brother. How are you doing? Incompetent. Yeah, Jamie, I agree with you. I do agree. Most of the comments you guys are already saying and stuff, I 100% agree with you. Being a YouTube creator and having a channel puts me underneath the microscope on what I get to say. Because when I say the wrong thing, I get punished. And this channel is a source of income for me and my family. We work really hard at it, so I try to just watch what I say. I try to not really beat around the bush, but I'm just trying to be careful what words I use on certain things. That's all. I did see South Florida DCL. How are you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Amanda, the Canadian fires burning above Michigan are making it very smoky here. Starting to freak me out. Yeah, I did watch a recent video. It may have been last week. Canadian Prepper was showing footage and stuff, the smoke and stuff up there. It's freaking horrible that they go through that. I mean, I know California's got their issues there. Either way, I've been chewed out. How dare you worry about another country? I worry about a lot of people. I do. I don't want people going through bad stuff. Actually, Canadian Prepper, I watch him a lot. I've been watching him before I became a YouTuber. I enjoy his content. I learned a lot from him. So yeah, like people that come over here to this channel, for some reason you like me, and I do appreciate that. Trust me. I like him. I've been watching him for a very long time. Rock and Robin, all the toys left behind is insanity. Yes, I agree with you. What Rock and Robin is talking about is all the equipment that we left overseas and now in the hands of those guys. I can't even say the phrase I used to call them. We'll just call them those guys. I can't call them what I call them around the house. That's actually racist if I say that. So, yeah. Let's just say the diaper moved to the top of the head when they became a man. But anyway, I know I'm a horrible person. Yeah, all that equipment, every single bit of it. You know, it's freaking crazy when I saw that they were just moving right into the police stations. Just walking right on in, taking whatever's left in there, running around police vehicles. Yeah. Smart move. I like how they try to blame the last administration for it. The last administration had a plan, an evacuation plan in place. It was going to take some time, but it was working on it, and that way there were safeguards in place, not to snatch everybody out and good luck to you. Man, that was some crap. Pete, there is an estimate 10 to 40,000 Americans behind enemy lines. I'm not going to deny that, Pete. I don't have the actual numbers, but I do know that there are quite a bit. I also know that there's a lot of British that they're working on too. I do think the British are working on doing 1,000, or they got a plan for 1,000 refugees a day, is what they're trying to do. But the big issue is that that new group that we've been dealing with for 20 years have roadblocks and checkpoints before you get to the airport. They're deciding who gets to leave. So yeah, and we're not going to get all the information we want off of it from the mainstream mouthpieces, because how many times have they been up there talking about how they're just misunderstood? Anybody that burns the American flag in the streets, they're not our friend. Not at all. They do not like us. They hate us. Everyone's sacrifice was for nothing. It's a shame. Well, Shane, I do see your point. I do. as far as everyone's sacrifice for nothing is a shame. I don't think all the sacrifice was for nothing. There was a lot of people that were saved. They were able to come to this country once we got troops on the ground and stuff and started taking that regime head on. They're not in a regime. They're a T group. There's a lot of people that were saved. Lives were saved. I can't sit there and speak for the combat military that was there. I wasn't combat. So I can't sit there and talk about what they sacrificed because I don't know. I'd be up here lying. I'd be a freaking sham. I'd be a fraud if I was up here talking about how I knew the sacrifices that they made and all this stuff. I know people that never came back, yeah, friends, things like that. But I can't sit there and preach to people about how I've got it all worked out and this is what's going on over there and this and that. I've seen a lot of that going on, and a lot of these guys that have been saying that don't even have a military record, let alone know jack about it. They read other forums and just tell you what you want to hear. But back to that comment, I understand your feelings on that. I do. I can tell you from friends that I have, infantrymen and stuff, people that have been overseas for combat, they were there for their. There's many different ways you look at things. When I enlisted, I didn't enlist to hear "Thank you for your service." No, I enlisted for me. It's something I felt I needed to do, something I wanted to do. That was going to be a part of what was going to make who I am. Most of these people are on the same board. Now, I'm not saying don't thank these individuals that have sacrificed and stuff. That's not what I'm saying. So please hear me out on that. I'm not talking trash at all. But they're there for different reasons that we don't fully understand unless you have been in that situation. If that makes sense. For an individual to go out there, carbine in hand, and save a child or family from a T group, and even though that we pulled back, I guarantee you, if you talk to that individual again, they're still glad that they had the opportunity to make a difference with that family and save them from that situation. So I do understand where you're coming from on that, but I also think there's a little bit more on that too. But yeah, I mean, we should not have pulled out the way it went down. Same thing happened in Syria too. Yeah. I've seen that too. Walking around, special force ballistic helmets, and yep, I have seen where they've got American made M4s or American issued M4s. I've seen that. Any option on Palladium buying 50 million of gold? I'm not sure what you mean by that one. How's the generator looking? Generator is looking very well. After 8 hours, I turned off the generator. We got it charging up right now. After 8 hours of running that mini fridge, going strong, we were just over half the battery used for 8 hours. I froze it, made ice trays and stuff like that in it. So that part of the review's done. I am doing some power tools and things like that with it tomorrow. So right now we're recharging it up, so we got a clean slate, so we can run circular saw and a grinder and stuff like that on it, lights, and test out all the other stuff on it. So yeah, the generator's doing very well. I'm actually impressed with it. Grand Scheme, good to see you. How are you, brother? Love your channel. Definitely do appreciate that, my friend. Thomas from Austria, I'm glad you're here, man. 6:02 a.m. The reason I am, besides you just an amazing dude, I've got that package. So hopefully Jeff is either here too and he'll get to see this. This, guys, is a mail call item that Thomas from Austria and also Jeff put together. So we're going to be going over this too. I want to do a live stream on this. So the pack itself, I believe it's called a Tasmanian tiger. There's a little tiger right there emblem. It's got the model webbing on the back. Actually, pretty nice little pack. But they sent me some items and stuff. Jeff did send me a big old fish and tackle box. I didn't bring that in here with me, but it did come with some fish and tackle too inside that package. But moving along, Thomas sent me some coins here. Very interesting coin sets. Now, Thomas, you're going to have to contact me on what all these things are, my friend, because I do not know what they are. I'm guessing this is in German. I'm afraid I only speak English and very bad English. I took Spanish in high school, but I don't remember much. Here's another one here. I do recognize this Mozart. Pretty cool little items. I actually do collect coins and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't have any coins that are from a different country. So that's actually pretty neat. I really do appreciate that, Thomas. Got some more stuff in here, guys. So let me keep on going through here. Oh yeah. So this is soap. Very interesting. I was showing the wife this. She liked the smell of it. I unfortunately do not have a very good sense of smell since my electrocution. But she liked the smell of it. She asked me if I was going to use it. I said, actually, it's probably just going to get hung up with the coins and stuff because this stuff came from overseas. So I'm not going to just use it. I mean, it actually means a lot to me. So it's actually just going to be put up with a lot of other things that I've received over the years. And that's actually where it's going to be going because I don't want to start using it because I do like it. It's actually a very thoughtful gift, and that's why I liked it. All right, now this here is a tool set. Thomas, I think you sent this because I saw a comment from you about the torque and stuff. This is a small tool set. I believe you said it was a German set. I'm not really sure. I did have to use this the other day, actually. I was replacing the gas line on that is Hitler beer soap from Austria. Huh, very interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely going in my collection of things. I have a Bowie knife that was actually a remake of the Crocodile Dundee Bowie knife that I got from my mother-in-law. That was her husband's, past husband's knife. And that's been put up. Same with a walking cane that was carved from a North African tribe. He used to do a lot of photos and stuff in North Africa. He's used to be a lawyer and stuff, so he got to travel around and things like that. And I got that. She gave it to me because I do a lot of outdoor stuff, and I'm looking at it, talking to my wife. She said, "So you're going to use this?" I said, "Nope, that's getting put up." It was a handcrafted cane. I forgot what wood they actually used there. And because it was his, it's getting put up. It's going in my collection of items that will never get used. Those will be my wall mounts. All right, so moving on. Let's see here. I don't know which one of you sent me the Glocks. These are keychains. They're Glock 25-year Glock keychains and stuff. I got a whole bunch of these things. I don't know if that was Jeff or if that was you, Thomas. Either one. I had a laugh when I got it. I told my wife, "Look at that, they sent me some Glocks." All right. I've got safety glasses. You can never have too many safety glasses. I need to be better about using safety glasses. I'm not. I need to start doing that. Paracord. Got a couple chunks of paracord here. And this pack is actually going to be adapted and strapped onto my existing pack. So I don't think I missed anything here. If I did, it's because it's still in the house there. Let me get this out of the way. So definitely, Thomas, definitely do appreciate it. I know it was not cheap sending this to Florida all the way from Austria, and I do appreciate that, brother. Jeff, definitely do appreciate everything you do too, man. definitely thank you for getting that to me when it came in. All right. This is a knife. Yeah. Alaska Prepper selling 55, number 55, tin cans of nutrient survival food. That one pretty much gets me blocked every time. Abracadabra. Yeah, usually the way this system's set up, if someone tries to sell or link in another channel that's not a mod, I have safeguards in it to automatically hold it. Alaska Prepper is a very good friend of mine. I am a huge supporter of him, so I have no problem with that. But just so you know, it's set up where it just automatically grabs it. Let's see here. Scrolling through. I know I'm way behind, guys. I do apologize. Sorry, I'm trying to get caught up here. Hopefully everything's coming in. Thomas, I'm definitely glad that you were able to join us tonight. You've never been in Ireland, so Ireland comes to you. Yeah, I have not been to Ireland. My family is, so a lot of my family is from Ireland, many generations back. I would still love to go to Ireland. I would. I'm using a smoker tonight. I was thinking, duck the smoker way up in a tree. People won't know where the smoker is located. All right, scrolling through here. Fill it with kitty litter used as a bathroom. I may have missed something there. I don't know what you mean there. Is that Tasmanian bag one big pocket? It is just one large pouch. It's got some Velcro on the front here. I think it's got netting, if I remember correctly, on the inside. It's got netting and stuff on the back side there, so you can organize things better. And it's got well, it's molly webbing and straps and stuff. But yeah, it's just one large pouch. Now, what I did notice is that it does have, see if this comes in right here. This right here, this goes in. So what I'm actually thinking about, rope, coiled rope. As long as you coil it correctly, this will actually make a very nice rope pouch that you can run out to the top, so you can actually drop it down for rappelling gear. The only thing is, I don't think I can get 50 feet of rappelling gear in this thing. I could probably get maybe 30 feet. I'll just have to test it out, just a regular static line, and go from there. It was just an idea. I like the pack, and because I did have that there, it might be for a hydration bag, but my hydration bladders are much larger than this. But for a rope bag, I do like it. Lisa K, how are the bees doing? The bees are doing much better. There were several hundred that did die. This just the way it is. Is ammo a better investment than gold? Who was that? No. Chicken tendies. In my opinion, no. As a prepper, you should be definitely prepping freedom seeds. Of course. Freedom seed prices are crazy. But as far as over financial stability, silver and gold has its place. Okay. Don't get me wrong there. You can't eat silver or gold. But I was able to purchase silver and gold a little bit at a time. And when the price shot up through the roof, I cashed in a whole bunch of it. And I was able to buy a lot more preps, pay bills, and things like that during that shutdown. So it's just a financial strategy on a lot of things. I do believe that silver and gold will hold quite a bit of value in a rebuild after SHTF, as far as commerce have now taken back place and stuff like that. But the first part of SHTF, first couple of days when the dollar drops, silver might have value, same with gold. But within a week to 2 weeks, where everyone's trying to get food, no one's going to trade you, a can of beans for a silver coin. in my thoughts. So it has this place. As far as ammo, yeah, you should always have ammo. So I got some dip stuck in my teeth down there. Sorry, I'm dipping. You should always have ammo. But now investing, just buying thousands upon thousands of rounds that you have no intention of actually ever firing. Sure, it could be used as a bartering system later, but I wouldn't really want to barter that out because now I'm arming somebody I really don't know or helping to. But that's your choice in that. In my department, I'm not going to try to arm anybody around me. All right, scrolling through here. Guardian Survival, good to see you. Okay, I see that there is a 99 cent. I'm guessing it's a super chat. I must have missed it. Hold on, guys. Let me try to find this. Whoever sent that, I do appreciate that. I don't know how I missed it. I see it logged in there. I'm just trying to find where the message is. So give me a moment, everybody. I do apologize. Austin Ed. There it is. I do appreciate that, Austin. Thank you very much. All right. Copenhagen, I hope. No, it's Stoker's. Is the one I dip. That or kayak, just depends on how much money I got. Kayak's pretty cheap. Most of my taste buds do not work when I got electrocuted, so I'm not going to waste $8 for a can of Copenhagen that loses its nicotine in like 2 hours. 2 hours of this, I'm still spitting black. So, each their own. I know it's horrible. It will give you gum cancer, jaw cancer. It's bad on your heart. Survival Living, do you have any new products coming out? I don't have any personal new products I've been made or anything like that. I'm still working with Ryan with the Prescott Caliber Club. We're still making and selling the fire starting kits over there on his website. We haven't designed anything new or anything like that because we're still seeing how the market is on those. I do have some new reviews and stuff that is coming out. I believe I got a headlamp coming in. And when that comes in, that's going to be another giveaway. Our headlamp's going to be a giveaway and stuff like that. Abracadabra, definitely do appreciate that. Thank you for your content. I lost it. Okay, there we go. Thank you for your content. You're living it. The other channels are mostly posters. Well, I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm not going to talk bad about anybody, but yeah, it's what we do. I did have a comment hit my feed and YouTube grabbed. I did take a screenshot of it. It's a person that's actually been here for a while, and I don't know. Maybe they're just having a bad day. Call me a DA, a dumb. That I don't know anything about prepping. I've never prepped before and all this stuff. I've been prepping since Y2K. Most of my prepping is basic living that we had to live as poor people in North Carolina in the mountains. So, I show everything we do. We live in a freaking 6x12 cargo trailer that I converted myself. All the solar and stuff I've got on it, I pieced that together. I didn't have a lot of money just to drop all at once. No, I had to work it. I had to sit and work jobs, put piece by piece together. The property we have in Wyoming, that was working my butt off on the job that I wound up getting screwed up and injured on. That was working jobs like that, putting piece by piece, a little bit back here, a little bit back there, and finally purchasing it. And it's in the middle of freaking nowhere. There's nothing special about it. It's actually hard living out there. But what's special about it is that there's nothing around for a very long ways off. And that's why I love it. But, question, I ditched the freezer and started raising quail. Do you think about focusing on small livestock instead of food that depends on electricity? I ditched the freezer and started raising quail. I gotta read this again. What do you think about focusing on small livestock instead of food that depends on electricity? Oh, okay. I got what you're saying there. Law of the minimum. So basically, you're thinking about getting rid of the freezers and stuff that you have to freeze food and things like that. Um, I'd see the place for a freezer and a refrigerator. I do. Having the ability to keep one of those things running, to me, makes a lot of sense. It's very convenient. You're able to store food a lot longer. Um, growing, raising your own food. We will be doing that in Wyoming when we get up there. So I think it goes hand in hand, especially when you start canning and stuff like that. So I would still keep a freezer. What I would do is build a system around what you need. Instead of the big old freezers and stuff like that, get a deep freeze and build a solar system that can be, a system that can be powered by solar, that can be powered by a solar generator or a gasoline generator or a wind turbine or a combination of all. It can be done so that no matter what, you can always have power going to it. But of course, with that, you're going to need spare parts. Eventually, parts fail, so keeping spare parts on hand for that. But living just straight out of your yard, as far as your quail, hogs and stuff like that. People did that for many generations before electricity ever came around. So I'm not going to say it can't be done. I will say it is harder. It is harder to keep your food viable doing it that way without refrigeration, but it can be done. So I have nothing against either way. It is just much harder. That's all. Do you think the gov will run out of money, or is it a distraction perhaps? Run out of money? No, no. They're just going to print up more money. What they're going to wind up doing, in my opinion, they're going to keep on printing until the value is gone. That's what's going to happen. They're never going to run out. They're just going to keep on printing. It's going to be just like every other country that the dollar value is. So that's where gold and silver does come in. But then again, you can't eat it, but you can make financial moves with it. And I am not a financial expert. I'm just talking about from my own experience. Um, so it does have its place. Arkansas living. I got a better shooting iron than him. I don't know if you're talking about me or somebody else. But good to see you, Arkansas living. I caught half that chat there, buddy. Rock and Robin, you speak and teach from experience. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's what I found works. It doesn't mean that I am all knowing. I'm just showing you what I do and what has worked for me. So it's easier to teach people off of what I know actually works. And I've seen other questions and comments. Well, what about in this state? What about that state? What about over here? Well, I've been all over the country, and each state, each environment has its own challenges. It does. I'm in Florida. We don't really have snow that's 4 foot deep out here. So until I get in that environment where I can actually show and teach at the same time, that's kind of just left open there. When we get out to Wyoming, yeah, I get to show that. I lived in the mountains of North Carolina. We got plenty of snow and ice storms there. I lived in Wyoming multiple times. We will be going to Arizona though. I've lived out there before a couple times. So I get to do different scenarios with everybody here. I mean, our channel will be moving to many different locations, and eventually we'll hub up in our homestead. Sometimes I see YouTubers take steps towards things I've already covered long ago. First time in chat here, thinking of people's opinion on Berkey water filters. So for Berkey water filters, Guardius Maximus. Berkey is actually a very good brand. Berkey, however, is not cheap, but you get what you pay for. The filters are very good. Now, I've seen the 5-gallon buckets stacked on top of each other using a Berkey filter, and I also used a ceramic filters, those dome looking filters. I've seen those used. Okay. They work really well. The only problem about the 5-gallon buckets, over time they become brittle, and I mean quick. So like out here in Florida, unless it's inside all the time and you got it outside where you're running your water filtration, the sun is going to make those buckets brittle within months, and then they're shot. So if you're going to be storing up extra buckets, that's up to you. If you're going to get a Berkey system, just go ahead and save up and get the whole thing. Now, with the Berkey, if you're in position, you're at home, works great. If you ever have to leave on foot for any reason, that's going to suck dragging through the woods. Bad. I mean, it's going to be bad. We use the Sawyer products. I don't really use Livestock, only because, well, there's some reason. There's nothing wrong with it, but if you have elderly trying to suck through that Livestock, I probably shouldn't move my hand like that. Trying to suck through that Livestock, it's hard to suck that water through. If you have young children, same problem. So if they have difficulty getting that water through, a lot of good that water filter's doing them if they can't drink it. I like the Sawyers. Sawyer stepped up their game and started coming up with the S series, the S3 and stuff like that. That filters out heavy metals and chemicals and things like that. But they're not cheap. They're like $60. But the Berkeys, they're nice. Let's see here. Where do you have your home land you own? Well, I'm not going to say exactly where I'm at. I'm in a 6x12 cargo trailer that I pulled behind my Tahoe. We left Apopka, Florida before the shutdown came around, and I bent the spindle. So we parked outside of Panama City, Florida. I got family out here, and we parked our trailer right here. We're living out of it, right there on family property. When we get moving again, we're going to go to Arizona first, and we're going to park the cargo trailer in the storage facility. I'm just going to go rent something for a while, and hopefully lumber prices will be decent come spring. As long as lumber prices are decent come spring, we'll be taking the cargo trailer up to Wyoming. That's where we have land to be homesteading. We have 40 acres out there. Casual Preparedness, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. All right, scrolling through here. Living in Florida and you survive hurricanes for many years, you're a prepper. South Florida DCL. I fully agree with you. That's what's always made it so easy to talk to people about prepping down here in Florida. The fact is, they prep without even realizing they're preppers. Some people prep things that they really shouldn't be prepping, because when you really look at the items, they got a lot of freezer items. As soon as they lose power, they start panicking. But it makes it easier to talk to other people about prepping down here in Florida. It really is. A lot of the Gulf Coast states and borderlines and stuff, it's easier to talk to. North Carolina was easy because it's just a way of life, and we had really bad ice storms out there. All right, scrolling through. Save yourself, sheeple. Living as poor people in North Carolina mountains, boy, we do have some things in common. Yeah, you know what? If I ever get back up there, my wife has family in Tennessee and Virginia area. I got friends in Virginia, West Virginia and stuff. I would really like to get back out there. I haven't got to take my wife to go see the Black Mountains yet. I want to get back out there, maybe do some fishing out in the Cherokee again. Loved it out there. I grew up all over there. Um, yeah, it's just industry was real bad in North Carolina. It was. I was having to drive all the way to Winston-Salem for a decent welding job, and it was like $12 an hour. That's not good wages back then. It's just too far to drive for little pay. It just wasn't very good. Showing the same things without any real world video CFP brings to you from the field. I definitely do appreciate that, abracadabra. Means a lot. Shea Bear Carvings. Wait a second. That name, Shea Bear Carvings, makes me think that's my good buddy Shay from Williston, North Dakota, when I worked out in the oil fields. And I guarantee you it is because Shay likes to make chainsaw and wood art, bears, and stuff like that. Let's see what the comment here. Miss you, buddy. Washington State is starting to have food shortages in Olympia area. We also have stocked up and have at least 2-3 months supply of food and water, and bought freedom seeds today. Shay, if that's you, it is so freaking awesome to see you again, brother. It's been a minute. I know. I need to text you. I have been getting your Facebook Messenger posts and stuff like that. I've just been swamped. You need to call me. I need to get up with you. I really do. That's freaking awesome. That's actually a very good friend of mine. See, you're scrolling through here. Have you heard of Zcash Zex? If not, I recommend people research it. Nope, I've never heard of that. Chicken tendies, I have not heard of that. All right, scrolling through here. All right. I'm waiting for the crash and my gold to skyrocket and by foreclosure. That'll be my home and dog rescue, my dream in life. My property is beautiful though. Mountain Springs, very nice. You know, there's nothing wrong waiting for that gold to pop up. And we've seen where it's, does this quick increases and stuff like that and they start correcting. I expect it to. If you got it, I say hold on to it and wait for it to blow up, really. All right. Scrolling through here. 20 minutes from Black Mountain. If you ever come up, yes, spent a lot in culinary school after years at Chicago Union commercial roofer. 6 a.m. 70 floors up without a harness. Yeah, it's funny. When I first started welding, doing ironworking, we didn't wear harnesses. Then when I was in Oregon, I was working on that school. I bet you I was 20 feet away from the edge, sitting on my butt, welding pitch plates. And the safety coordinator chewed me out, screaming and hollering. I mean, we have wire fencing up, the wire cable running all the way around the place. I'm 20 feet from the edge, and I'm sitting on my butt, screaming and hollering that I wasn't safetied up on anything. What was I going to safety up on? I had one yell at me. I was standing on a column up in the air. Bar joists were coming in, and he starts hollering, throwing stuff, and all this crap, which distracted me, which could have made me fall. I climbed down, and he was writing me up for not being safetied off. My response: if you have a sky hook, I'll be happy to safety up on it. There's nothing to safety up. You're up in the air. You can only have, I got bar clamps and stuff like that to put on a bar joist once it's in place. But until it's bolted down, there's nothing to hook up on. And those yo-yos, they threw me on the ground every time. They always snatched me off the roof. I hate a yo-yo. Yo-yo is a retractable cable, and it's got this big old head. We call it a yo-yo because you pull out, and then you're supposed to be able to walk back, and it retracts itself. You'll be sitting there walking beam with it, and it snatches. And every time it snatches like that, you go off the edge of the beam. Every freaking time. I hate those things. All right, let's see here. Thanks for love, Joe. Yep, it's me, Shay from Old Patch. Awesome, brother. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, awesome. And yeah, definitely give me a call, brother. I'd like to get up with you again. Yeah, well, me and Shay, we got some stories from out there in the oil fields, that's for sure. I had a lot of fun out there, I did. All right. Casual preparedness. I am 55 years old and can now hike 3 miles in 1 hour. I think I'm doing pretty darn well. Thank you for forbid. God forbid you get snake bit. Yeah, I've been snake bit twice. Twice. I want to say 3 times, but I'm pretty sure it's only twice. They were non-venomous snake each time. But even non-venomous snakes carry a lot of bacteria in their mouth, and you can need to go to the hospital. I recommend anybody that ever gets snake bit, venomous or non-venomous, get to the hospital because they do have bacteria in their mouth and can cause an infection. So you need to get checked out. You might need antibiotics and stuff. 3 miles an hour at 55 years old. That's actually really good casual preparedness. The average, when I looked up the average online, they were saying 3 to 4 miles an hour, and I think that is on flat ground, highway ground, and that's without a pack. So at 3 miles an hour, that's really good. It really is. All right. What is the best remedy for poison ivy? I got some on my wrist. Now spreading. Figure this chat would know. Yes, it's that pink. Oh man, the name is slipping. I've got a whole bunch of it too. It's a pink. It's not a lotion. I know someone knows what this thing's called. It's got a sponge top to it. You just dab it on. Don't scratch it. That's the best thing I can tell you to do. I have seen people talking about scouring it down and pouring bleach and stuff like that. Do not do that. If that stuff enters your bloodstream, and can happen by scouring it down and then you go pouring that stuff, if you cause it to start bleeding, it can enter your bloodstream and it will spread like crazy. So best thing to do is use that pink anti-itch stuff. Man, I cannot think of the name of it. And that's my advice on that. Dangerous Freedom After Dark. Howdy, brother. Good to see you, my friend. If you guys have not been over the Dangerous Freedom and also Dangerous Freedom After Dark's channel, he's got 2 channels up. If you have not been over there, I definitely say get over there and hang out. I go over there all the time. Every once in a while, if I'm not in the bed in my boxers, I'll log in because he usually puts up a little link up so people can join and stuff like that. The earlier channel, Dangerous Freedom, usually he's talking more serious stuff and things. He's trying to report what's going on and things like that. And then the After Dark, usually everybody kind of hangs out. He gets other creators and stuff on there. So definitely, guys, if you are not a part of his community over there, please do. I go there all the time. I love going over there, hanging out with him. I don't know. The best thing is to wash with soap and water well once you're exposed. El Michelle, yeah. If you first get exposed to it and you brushed up against it, wash with soap and water, yeah. But if you're out in the woods, I don't carry soap and water with me. I'm just many times I went days without anything to drink because I was in a bad location. But yeah, that is actually the correct way. Wash with soap and water. But yeah, once it's already starting to spread, don't scratch. Use that pink stuff. Calamine, is that it? That's what I'm talking about there. Yes. It's designed just to, it produces a hard shell pink stuff all over it, and it just helps so in case you accidentally start scratching and stuff like that. I don't know if there's actually any medical properties in it, but I've used it since I was a kid, and I run in that stuff all the time. I mean, even when I'm not trying to, I still manage to run into it. It happens. I'm always out in the woods. All right, scrolling through here. Calamine lotion. That's it. Thank you guys for taking care of that. Tone. Zinc oxide works great. I've tried a million different things. I have not tried zinc oxide. Might be worth a shot. I've not tried that. I'll give it a shot next time. See here, scrolling through. Texas Self-Reliant. Hey, brother, Texas here. Well, good to see you, Texas. Glad you're here with us. T. Washington, how are you doing? Nice shout out. Dangerous Freedom After Dark. Absolutely, brother. You've always been very big supporter with me for a very long time. It'd be awesome if we can get you drummed up and get a bigger community as far as more subscribers. Not just subscribing. If you guys go over there and subscribe, make sure you watch the content and hang out. The longer you sit there in the chat and just BS around like we all do in there, it actually promotes that channel, gets it more drive in there, and helps this channel out a great deal. You won't regret it. I'll tell you that. He's always had some great guests. Usually they're normal guests that always show up. But every now and then we get some other people in there that pop up on the screen and stuff. Like I said, I've been over there a couple of times myself. Usually I'm in the chat. Usually I'm laying down in bed because it is the after dark hour. Okay, witch hazel works well too. I have not tried that witch hazel. I will definitely check that out. There is a lot of natural remedy stuff that you can use for a lot of ailments. Um, I do use a lot of regular pharmaceutical products because they're designed for fast acting, things like that. But there is a lot of natural remedies because most of your pharmaceutical stuff comes from natural remedies. Now, they are blended down, extracted down for more potent strength and stuff like that. But look at early day alchemy. And I don't mean that in the witchcrafty way. Early modern day medicine was alchemy. They ground down, they mixed stuff. So, yeah, but make sure you know what you're doing before you do it. Okay, there's plenty of books and stuff like that so you can learn about plants and things like that. I always recommend talking to a guide of your area first, kind of like when I was talking about mushrooms. Don't go mushroom hunting just because you got a book or a picture. Just don't. If you're gonna do it, do what you want to. In my experience out in the woods, don't do it unless you've got a guide that can actually walk you through, that's actually been doing it for years and know how to cultivate certain things, because you could mistakenly grab the wrong stuff and you don't want that to happen. All right, scrolling through here. Mushroom hunting can be lethal. Absolutely. Dangerous Freedom, do you have a After Dark live stream tonight? Andrea Cole, okay, fam, got to go to bed. Much love to everyone. Andrea Cole, I definitely do appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. I'm sorry if I did not see your comment earlier. I'm glad you were hanging out with us, though. All right, yes, sir. All right, guys. So I'm actually about to wrap this up right fast. So once we're done here, definitely go over there. Do we have any mods in here tonight? If we do, if you guys could get Dangerous Freedom's channel up for us, it's Dangerous Freedom After Dark. If you guys can get that link up for y'all, everybody, when we're done here, I'm gonna take a shower and then I'm gonna hit the sack. I'm exhausted. I've been working on that review video for the Okamo, the power generator, the power storage. We've been running that mini fridge all day long, and I'm charging it up tonight because we're going to be doing power tools and stuff like that. So I'm putting this thing through the test and make sure it's actually good. I've seen videos where some people have done it and they said, "Oh, I couldn't power up this, I couldn't power up that," but they didn't actually show it not powering up anything, and it makes me wonder. There's a lot of things that YouTubers do to manipulate not the viewers. There are some like that. But when you get somebody asking you to do a review on things, I'm a YouTuber. I've learned a lot of things that go on. I don't like shady crap. I never have. That's why we've always been transparent about as much as possible on this channel. So, as an example, you get a product in. Most of the time, you get it for free to do a review on. And that's all you do. You just get the product for free. Usually when I do a product review, like from Amazon, they'll send me the item and it's free and I get to review it. I get to keep the item afterwards, or I might give the item away, but it's mine. All right. Well, there's another technique where you can charge people to do a review video on your channel. Well, that's when you get a little bit bigger. So not only are you keeping the product, but you're also charging them to review the footage. So sometimes some YouTubers get hard up and get a little too big for their britches, and after they've done a review, they'll talk to the company. Well, I need this, or I need a percentage of sales, because most of the Amazon links that we put up for those review videos, that's their personal Amazon link. When you buy through that link, YouTubers don't make anything. If you actually look at the YouTube links, usually they're pretty big and stuff like that for Amazon. That's their personal thing. When I put my link up through Amazon, it's usually a little tiny small one. But during a review video, they always request that theirs be used. So the YouTuber's not making any money off of that. So what they do, well, if you want me to review this, I spent so many hours in here. I expect a percentage, or you allow me to use my link so I'm making extra money off of it. And then when they buck and go, not going to happen, we already sent you this. Then they come out with this story. Well, I tried to power this up, guys, and it just didn't work. But they didn't have footage of it. Me, I'm making footage. I'm doing hour by the hour footage. I'm showing the process of the freaking ice freezing in the ice tray. Yeah. So far, I can't say it's perfect because we still have a review testing to do tomorrow. But as far as the mini fridge, awesome. Did a great job. I want to put it on a circular saw, a skill saw, because those things are power killers. They will drain your battery banks quick. I run into that issue with my solar system. Luckily, we're built big enough, but I got to look and see how much power I have before I start using it. So we'll be running that. We'll be running a grinder. I got a jigsaw too. I'll be running that. We'll be, you know what, we're going to run a coffee pot. My coffee pot I usually run takes 13 minutes to actually percolate coffee. We'll run that tomorrow. Some fans, things like that. So that's what we'll do. All right. Wish everyone a nice week. Please stay safe. Thomas from Austria, definitely do appreciate it, brother. All right, guys, so we are going to wrap up. El Michelle, thank you for getting that link up for me. All right, guys, I will see y'all over there at Dangerous Freedom after dark. Like I said, I'm going to jump in the shower, and I'm going to get ready to lay down. But I will definitely be in the chat. Dangerous, I don't think I'll make a pop-in appearance over there, brother. Internet's not the best here anyway, and I do need to lay down. So everybody, definitely appreciate everyone that has been subscribing. Please feel free to be part of the community. Make sure you comment stuff. We got a lot of people here that are preppers, and they got a lot of good information. I try to keep the chat, the comments and stuff in check because I know we get a lot of trolls. If you get a troll bothering you in the comment, just block them. All right. When you block them, send me an email or something like that. Hey, this guy's being out of the way. I'll take a look at it. And if they're being jerks, I'll take care of it. I don't have time for that. I'll take care of it for you. So anyway, guys, y'all take care. Speak to y'all later.